After learning about the basic structure of the pivot table, let's learn about the pivot table options. So with the options, what we can choose about the pivot table name. We can go with the active fields. We can go with the group, filter, data, actions, calculations, tools, and show. So we saw that once we have the pivot table with us, at that time, what we can do, we can have the options available from that pivot table analyze tab only. And there we have these all options with us. This is pivot table analyze. So once you choose this, there you have the option. You can see here pivot table name, active fields, group, filter. Just look on the cursor, then you have the data. And the another screenshot, what you have data, actions, calculations, tools, and show. So now our next agenda is to explore all these options that are available with pivot table analyze. And now you have this country revenue margin with you. This we already talked about. So you can have this into the quarters as well. How we can do? We can do it with the groups. The groups is mentioned here only. This is then this way you can have the group here. In this example, it's shown here the pivot table name is pivot table 2. You can have your own name as well for this pivot table. They have kept their cursor on the country, and that's why this active field is country. And they did the grouping with this group selection. You can have it a normal look as well from the ungroup section as well. So we'll learn about this everything, and you can actually plus and use this minus button to maximize and minimize or to expand this group. So this is for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Quarter 1 is carrying the information about January, February, and March. Quarter 2 is having information about April, May, and June. Quarter 3 is having information about July, August, and September. Quarter 4 is having information about October, November, and December. So this is possible with this group selection, and you can have a normal look also with this ungrouping thing. We will learn about this R dataset as well, that is with the financial sample. So before going to formatting, let's explore these options. It will be fun. Let's go back to as sheet, that is financial sample. So we already have the data with us. So let me just have a simple look for that. So I'll remove this field. Now I have country with me in the rows, and then I have a total for sum of, it was for a field for the shown here in the sale price and the profit. So this was for the, we can write here as well, total profit, so that you will have the output information as well. This is for the total profit, sum of sale price, sum of gross sales, and sum of units sold. So let me change it for other fields as well. So I'll change it as total sale price to make the uniformity into my pivot table, and it is having the same formula for the sum only. Similarly for the gross sales as well, I will be changing it to total for the gross sales, and similarly I have for the units sold as well, that is total units sold. That's, let's click on OK. So I have this output with me. Whatever formatting you want to do, that we will learn later on. Our this agenda is to explore all these options which was shown in the slide. So we have the option for the pivot table name, we have the option for the active field, this is for the group, and this is for the filtration, data, actions, calculations, tools, and show. So let's go with the name. Let me give this name to this pivot table name. So by default, it is coming pivot table 1 without any space. So I can have my name as well. This is about, let me write here, data summary. So this is my table name here, data summary. This is for the pivot table. Next time when I click here, so I have the name as pivot table name with me. So this is the pivot table name. I can change other options also. In options, we have this printing format, data format, alternative text, display settings, some data settings, some layout and format. So if you want to make any changes with that also, you can do that, or you can change the name here. So this is with the pivot table options. Next, come to the field settings. So my cursor is in now, my cell is selected as Canada, that is active field is country. Let me take it to any other field. This time this is total profit. Next, it is, you can have a look here, total sale price. If I move it here, then total gross sales, total units sold. So it is telling me about the active field of that pivot table, and the pivot table is data summary. Let me move this cursor to third row, that is France, for the France. So again it is showing total units sold, then it is total gross sales, total sales price, total profit, and the country name. And similarly, if I move it to, and in this case, you can have an output like here. If you're keeping here, you will not be shown with any active field that is not part of the pivot table fields. If I click here, this is total profit again. This is total sale price again, and total gross sales again, and similarly total units sold. If I click on field setting, this is the same option which we were getting from here. Let me click it here. So the option available with the right click and value field setting where you can have a different name for that particular column, or you can choose a different method or a function to summarize the value. And same option how you can get with this pivot table analyze, and this in active field we have field setting. With this you can customize the name of the column, and you can choose a different calculation method as well. With this value field setting you can choose a different number format as well. So this is the value field setting. Or you want to change this with this right click option, value field setting, or you want to have a long way to go, that is pivot table analyze and then field setting, but it will be giving you ultimately same kind of output only. This is with the ribbon active field. Let's talk about the group now. So see, you just need to have a look on that. Here what you have, if you are on to the column total profit, that time this ribbon is disabled. You are into total sale price, it is again disabled. You are into total gross sales, it is again disabled. It is, you are at total units sold, it is again disabled. Another case, now I am at the country section. In that country section, I have this ribbon is enabled now. Let me do group selection. Cannot group this selection. Put it into the group. Maybe Canada or France as a one group. See, now you have the groups like I made Canada and France in a one group, Germany in another group, Mexico in another group, and United of States of America in one group. So you have the grouping option now. So if I click on that, so I can have the output like that. So whatever group I want to expand, that I can do it like this. And here it is also showing me the total profit. If I click on this, so you can see here something 7310249, and this is the total of these two things, and same is presented here. How I did that? With this grouping option. So it basically divided your data into the groups, and for that particular group also it is providing you the total profit, total sale price, total gross sales, total units sold. Why? Whatever the formula you have chosen, it was the formula for the sum of this Canada and France, and for the same group as well you are having the output with your point. Similarly, if I go to my slide back, in the example what we were seeing something like quarter here. Here we just made it group so we can provide our own name as well to this group value. If I click on this field setting, so I can have a different output here, whatever you want to choose. So if you want to finish this, how you can do that? So once I ungroup that, everything is gone, that now there is nothing like quarter or something. It is not having any individual identity or something. So what you can do, you can make changes overall on that. So if I make the group again, let me try group selection here. So if I make it a, maybe this time Canada, France and Germany group selection. So these three countries are part of group 1. Mexico is from group 2 and United of States of America from a group 3. So you have made this like this, and you can have grouping for this as well, and this you can choose or unchoose or depending on your choice, but you are having a different output with yourself. Let's analyze another function for now. Maybe let me ungroup this. Ungroup is done. So next we have filter. So what is filter? Filter is already provided here. By default, you are being provided with the functionality of the filtration with the row labels. So if I click on that, so if I want to see the data only for maybe Canada and France, so I can have choose Canada and France from that category and have the output for the Canada and France. Similarly, if I click on Mexico only, this time I can have output for only Mexico. This is the output is seen here. So now it is up to me which country I want to see. I want to explore all the countries or I can go for any particular country. So I can do it with the filtration. In the same pivot table analyze with the filter, we have insert slicer as well. This is very interesting one. Just have a look on the description provided by Microsoft Excel. This is use a slicer to filter data visually. Slicers make it faster and easier to filter tables, pivot charts, and cube functions. So if I click on insert slicer, so I have been provided with different column names that are segment, country, product, discount band, units sold, manufacturing price, sale price, gross sales, discounts, sales, COGS, profit, date, month number, month name, year. So everything is given here. Let me choose this time segment. I have segment here. Nothing else I'm choosing here. This is only for segment. Now you can see this. I'm keeping this slicer here. If I click on enterprise, it will be giving me output only for the enterprise. If I will be clicking on the government, it will be giving me the output for only government. Now this is mid-market, then it is for small business, this is for the channel partner. So we have the filtration option available with us with the slicer option. And in the slicer option, you can actually choose whatever you want to choose. Let me try any other slicer as well. Let me delete this current one. I'll go back to this pivot table analyze and click on insert slicer. So this time I'm choosing maybe month name again. I'll click here. So this now you have all the 12 months with you. This is January, February, March, April till December we have. So if I click on January, I have the output for this Canada, France, Germany, Mexico, United States of America for total profit, total sale price, total gross sales, and total unit sales only for the month of January. Similarly, I can go with the February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So this is the benefit of the slicer. What else you can do? You can clear filter here. Right now January is selected. So I can clear the filter here so I can have the output for a all. Let me explain it again. So this is my slicer. Right now I have not selected anything. I'll click on January. This is the output for the January. You want to come back to the previous state. So in this way, what you can do, you can clear this filter. So it will be showing the output for all the 12 months. Similarly, we have the options here for multi-select. So multi-selects now I want to have for a maybe for till June. So I'll be selecting January, February, March, April, May, and June. So these all 6 fields are selected here and we have the output for this. So this is shown here. So if you want to select multiple options, that time what you can use this option or you can go with the shortcut key, and the shortcut key is Alt plus S. If you want to clear the filtration, you can do it with the Alt plus C or you can click on that. This is the benefit of inserting the slicer with your data set. So you can have the multiple output and you can go with the single click only and easily you can have the output with you. Let me delete this slicer again. I'll go back to the pivot table analyze and let me look for insert slicer again. So if I click on year, similarly I can have the output either for 2013 or 2014, or if you want to select multiple selections, you can go for both the years. You can clear the filters it with well. Next, in the slicer option, what we have another option, insert timeline. So here in timeline, I'll be selecting a date. It is getting the data, the column which is relevant to some kind of timeline. So date is the relevant one. If I click on OK, so now it will be showing you output something like this. So it has been shown here a timeline. This timeline, let me expand it. Now you can understand this timeline here. Let me go back. So it is starting here from January 2013 and it is going till other months. So if I select here January, only January 2013, you'll have output for only January 2013. Similarly for other months also. So you can have that timeline with you with this slicer thing, insert slicer. So this is a very good option to explore your data and you can have multiple options here. Now it's up to you, you want to use it or not, but if you want to have a good data summary, in one click you can have a different outputs for different filtration method and different parameters things. And what option you want to choose, you can go with that. Insert timeline is another option when you want to explore your data with respect to a timeline.